You're welcome to the Forex Trading and Lifestyle Entrepreneurship channel. Do take a minute to pause this video and read this disclaimer. Hi there, it's Victor here from foreshowmarkets.com. In today's video, we will be looking at how to calculate your profit for different currency pairs. Okay, why is this necessary? It's necessary because in most beginner trainings, and of course my previous training video on how to calculate your profit and how to calculate pips and lot sizes, you always hear that one standard lot is equal to $10 for every pip, profit or loss. Okay, but when you start trading different currencies, you come to realize that this $10 per pip does not apply to every single currency pair. Okay, and so that is why this video is necessary. $10 per pip value applies mainly to the major currency pairs: euro dollar, pound dollar, and a few other ones. And so each currency pair has its own unique dollar per pip value. Some is $10 per standard lot for each pip. Some is $6, some is $9, some is $12. Okay, so we'll be looking at how to calculate your profit using different examples of currency pairs. So we see how these pips apply. Okay, so for you to calculate your profit, like I said in the previous video, you need to know your pip. You need to know how to count and calculate your pips, profit or loss. You need to know your lot sizes, and then you need to know the pip value for different currency pairs. Okay, for beginners we just use $10 per standard lot, but that only applies to select select few currency pairs. Okay, so let me see let's see the next. Okay, not here. So let's go to Google. So you want to know the pip value for a standard lot for each currency pair. Simply go to your Google, search for pip value, search for Mataf. Mataf is a website I've been using for a while. MATAF, right? Then type pip value. Put that in your Google search, and then you see probably the first one that comes out here. So this is, you can see my mouse here, pip value Mataf. So click on that pip value Mataf, and it will take you to this page. Okay, so this is a page that really helps me discover what the value of a pip for each of the different currency pairs was, including all the exotic pairs, all the commodities, gold, silver, and whatever it is you want that is traded in the FX market. You can get the value here. Okay, so how do we use this? You can see this box here. This is where you have your, so here we don't put in lot size, we put in the number of units. And remember that one standard lot, let's go back there. Remember from here, one standard lot, a standard lot is equal to what? 100,000 units, and 100,000 units in volume is 1.0. that is one standard lot. Okay, so when you want to use this Mataf website, you put in the number of units here for your lot size. So if you want to get the dollar value per pip for one standard lot, you just type in here 100,000, then look to the right. The values here will continue changing. Okay, so want to look for euro dollar. Okay, EUR USD, just type EUR USD into the search bar here, right, like I've done. Then click on, okay, it already pops up. So you can see here you have pair is euro dollar. Then pip value in USD is $10. Pip value in euro is $8.84. Pip value in pound is 7.91 USD pound. Sorry, pip value in euro is 8.84. Okay, but most times we deal with USD. So pip value for euro USD is $10. Now let me show you the trick here. So let's change from euro dollar to pound Australian dollar. So GBP AUD, that's the ticker. Surprisingly, you can see that what you have here is pip value in USD is 6.92. okay, it's not $10 per pip as we have always thought. So most times beginners do not know this, and of course you will learn this by the time you place a trade and you see that it's not $10, you'll be surprised and confused. Okay, but this is clarifying that once you watch this video and take this tutorial, definitely you won't have that issue anymore. Once we establish the fact that every currency pair is not $10 per pip, that is for a select few pairs. Okay, so this is pound AUD. Now we're dealing with the standard lot. So if you want to change this to a mini lot, simply check the units here. You can see where my mouse is. Change it from 100,000 to 10,000. okay, and you can see immediately that the value of the pip here changes, divides by 10 basically. So let's see what our mini lot is. Let's remind ourselves. So here you can see mini lot is how many units? 10,000 units. And on the MetaTrader 4 platform, you type in 0.1 to get lot size, but on the website you type in 10,000. So we go back there, so you can see here 10,000, and it reduces in value by 1/10. okay, let's search for euro dollar and check and see EUR USD. So you can see that is 1.0. okay, so a mini lot is $1 per pip. okay, then let's change this to a micro lot. So you already know that a micro lot is 1,000 units. okay, and you can see it changes from, okay, let's put that as euro dollar. It changes to 1,000. So you can see the pip value changes from $10 to 0.1. okay, so this is simply how to use the website. The only thing you need to change is the unit number of units to the left and then the currency pair to the right. okay, so that is basically how it works. So let's do a few examples. We did examples for euro dollar yesterday, so let's do a few examples. For example, pound AUD, and then we see how we calculate profit for pound AUD. okay, let's look at that trade we placed yesterday. okay, so that trade entered at 1.1284, and the current price on euro dollar is, you can see here, the current price is 1.1304. okay, so we're in profit of about 20 pips, and you can see what we have here is in profit 202, 201, because we used one standard lot, which is 1.0, as you can see on that side. If we had used 0.1, this profit will not be $200, but it will be $20. okay, what next? All right, so let's look at a typical example for pound AUD. The price of pound AUD. okay, there's no pound AUD here. Let's use AUD card, and the price is currently 0.93840. okay, so AUD card, let's say we are selling AUD card. okay, currently 0.93840, 93840, let's say we are selling. And of course, from our previous tutorials, you know that when you are selling a particular currency, you are expecting it to go down. If it goes down, you are making profit. If it goes up, you are making loss. If it goes from this level, okay, so let's say this price goes down from 0.93840 to 0.93340, and then we do our regular lot size calculation. That will be 0.045000. okay, that's 540 points, which is equals to 50. No, this is 0 here, this is 0. 500 points, which is 50 pips. Okay, so we had a loss of 50 pips. I know most people don't like losses, but let's use that example. So because as a trader, you cannot escape negative trade. It's not possible. Okay, so you have to, there's no way you can do it. You have to get used to them and convert your losers to profitable trades, you know, or just cut your losses and then expect to make bigger wins to cover up for your losses. Okay, we're going to look at more of that in risk management. Okay, so let's say we had a loss of 50 pips. Ordinarily, if we are trading euro dollar, minus 50 pips loss is equals to 500 USD negative. Okay, because 1 pip equals 10 USD. Okay, but for example, now we are trading AUD card. Okay, so with AUD card, 1 pip is not equals to $10. Okay, now this is assuming that we traded one standard lot. Okay, 1.0 lot. Okay, now let's look at our MATAF website. Now, one standard lot here, we put in 100,000 units, right? And then we come here, we search for AUD card. Now, what do we see here? Under pip value in USD, 7.38. It is not 10. Okay, we go back there. So 1 is equals to 7.38 USD. Okay, so that simply means that 50 pips in dollars is going to be 7. Let's see what's that. 7.38 times 50 pips. 7.3 times 50. That is equal to, what do we have a calculator here? 7.38 times 50. 7.38 times 50 gives you 369 USD. That is minus, in case of a loss, minus 50 pips. Okay, so we can do the same thing. So let's say we have a minus 50 pips loss on, let's use euro yen, EURJPY. Also, let's say plus 50 pips profit, because I know you all like profit. So let's make you happy a bit. So euro yen, 50 pips in profit. So how do we calculate our profit in dollars? Go back to MATAF. One standard lot remains there at 100,000 units. Delete AUD card and type in EURJPY. Immediately you see the value there, 9.32 USD. So we come here, that will be equals to 9.32 times 50 times 50. Okay, 9.32 times 50 gives us 466 USD. So that simply tells you that 50 pips movement on Australian dollar, Canadian dollar is not equals to the same profit or loss on 50 pips movement of euro, Japanese yen. Okay, so that is basically how you calculate your profit for different currency pairs, and that is exactly, okay, that's exactly what you will see in your profit loss section. If you do the calculations, you will see that you're going to get exactly this figure you have here for euro dollar or any currency pair you trade. Okay, so I hope you've learned something new. If you've learned something new, give us a thumbs up below this video, and if this is your first time watching our videos, make sure you click the subscribe button, then click the bell beside the subscribe button, click on notifications so you can get notified whenever we upload a new video. Okay, we are getting into market analysis in the next few videos, and you don't want to miss any of that. Okay, so I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.